Spend on what you love and forget about the rest. Today, I'm here to talk to you all about tracking your spending and understanding how you spend your money. So if you haven't already watched my video on what to do to start and kick off your journey to FIRE and really solidify what your dream retirement life looks like, be sure to go check out the video before diving into the numbers. But once you do that, let's talk. Hey guys, I'm Katie, a girl on FIRE, and if you're new here, FIRE stands for Financial Independence Retire Early. I am on my own journey to retire at 35, and I want to bring you along for the adventure. So if you too are pursuing financial freedom or want to learn more about it, be sure to like this video so we can spread the fire, and subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so you know when the next video drops. And let's talk money, honey. I started my journey to FIRE in December of 2019 after I read Mr. Money Mustache's blog. And prior to that, I had no idea what my money was doing, how much I was making, and how much honestly I was spending every single month. If you have an app like Mint or YNAB, you need a budget, then you already kind of know ballpark what you make and what you spend, and that is great. You can calculate your savings rate, and we are going to talk today about calculating savings rate. However, if you're like me and you just had no idea where to start, I have a free downloadable template for you to start tracking your money. And it's really, really simple. I really just bucket my money into income, savings, and expenses. And it keeps it super simple so you just know what is coming in and what is going out. This allows you to calculate your savings rate. It's important to track your spending and your expenses for more than 1 month to get a really, really accurate overview of how much money you're really spending. Spending can fluctuate from month to month, but getting, say, a quarter of your expenses really gives you a better look and a more accurate number into calculating your savings rate. So if you don't know where to start, I have a free spreadsheet, and I will leave a link below to download my spreadsheet from my website so you can use what I actually use and continue to this day to use to track my money. I have it set up very simply. I have an expenses column, and this just tracks everything that I spend, my savings, so my 401k, IRA, HSA, anything like that by the month, how much I've contributed to those accounts. And then finally, I have my income column, which just tracks dividends, my paycheck, my 9-to-5 paycheck, any kind of freelance, resale, cash back that I'm getting. It's all captured in this column. I don't try and look at it too frequently. I try and only to do it like once a week to go back into my credit cards, all my different statements, and capture like what I did, so I'm not like obsessively checking it. Once the fire is lit underneath you, it's really easy to get lost in the spreadsheets and just become so absorbed with them. And you know, I will be frank, that was me, honestly. Early 2020, I was just like obsessed, and it's taken a while to really and it's still a work in progress, honestly, to be more chill about it, because it is honestly so exciting once you find FIRE. And I get that feeling, but I really try to only open my spreadsheet once a week. Do a weekly money date with yourself. So once you have whatever system of tracking your money set up, you can go ahead and calculate your savings rate. So savings rate is just your income minus your expenses divided by your income. Basically, your savings divided by your income. Say, for example, my income is $7,000 and I am spending $2,000 between rent, utilities, just all of my bills and shopping. Added up comes out to $2,000 for the month. You're going to do $7,000 minus $2,000, so $5,000 of savings divided by $7,000, so your total income. That would be like a 71% savings rate. And then using this graph by Mr. Money Mustache, check it out. You can ballpark be able to tell when you are able to retire. So based on this simple math with somewhere like a 70% savings rate, I would be able to retire in approximately 8.5 years, which is amazing. After you've calculated your savings rate and you know approximately how many years it will take for you to reach financial independence. Again, this is just an approximation. I know this article is literally called Mr. Money Mustache's article is The Shockingly Simple Math Behind Early Retirement. And I agree, it is shockingly simple, but there are a bit more nuances and things that are subject to change. I will get into that later. It's exciting to know just about how long it may take you to retire early. And then what I like to do is go through this exercise of value-based spending. So once you can see the things that you're spending on and like see the categories that are, really high, and like what are some categories that you're like, maybe you could cut back on. It is important to go through this exercise. I will leave a link to my value-based spending and do that exercise and see where you can cut back. And this is the exciting part, to see where you can save even more money to ultimately lower your costs and expenses for good and reach early retirement even faster. So just as an example, coffee. I love coffee. I love a good latte. I'm really on honey oat milk latte from Starbucks train right now. And actually I read Starbucks just rolled out oat milk across the country. I was like, I thought it was everywhere, but I'm just spoiled in California. But I really do not get coffee just to get coffee. I have oat milk at home. I have my Trader Joe's cold brew instant powder that I really love and honestly makes a good coffee drink for me. So that being said, I don't just mindlessly go get like a fancy overpriced latte. For me, it's about, if my friends want to meet up and grab a drink, then I will of course go get coffee with them because I'm like sharing this time, and it's not just about like that latte. It's more about the experience of being with my friend. Or, if I'm going on a long walk, I walk myself, it's like half a mile away to go to Starbucks, and then I can go sit in the park and journal. And just that is a very intentional act of going to go get a Starbucks honey oat milk latte. You don't have to live like you're back in college eating top ramen. I mean, unless you enjoy that, which TBH I do. But when I say to evaluate your spending, I really don't mean to cut back on everything. Although I do also have my video on how to stop shopping, which was really helpful for me to actually, before I even began my FIRE journey, reevaluate all of my spending. But I'm not saying you have to scrimp. You can take yourself out to sushi to celebrate your wins if that all aligns with your core values. I'm all about celebrating those and not being deprived of that. You just never know. Life is meant to be lived, and this whole journey is just, you want to look back at it and be like, I enjoyed that time. And I don't think suddenly becoming financial independent will drastically change your happiness. You need to learn to be happy and find happiness on the journey. Figuring out what you love spending on will ultimately help you increase your savings rate and even retire early, since, if you cut out the things that you don't love spending on, it truly brings down the cost you need to become financially independent. So I hope that this was a good and helpful next step. I really want you to go ahead, if you are not already tracking your monthly spending, to calculate your expenses, keep track on all of your money and where it is going, what it's doing, and then being able to calculate your savings rate so you can get excited about finding out when you can retire early. So thanks for tuning in. I am Katie, a girl on fire. If you are also on your journey to financial freedom, be sure to like this video so we can spread the fire. If you know your savings rate, be sure to leave it in the comments below and subscribe to my channel so you get notified. It would be so helpful to getting other people just turned on to the idea about what FIRE is and what financial independence is, and how to retire early if you so choose to. So subscribe, hit the notification bell so you know when my next video drops, and let's retire early together.